Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another AsiaFortress Cup cast. Tonight we are gonna have a Div 2 match between DLLM, that is of course delayed last minute, facing off against a percentage. I have no
I
idea.
swear, it's not gonna be a roll this time.
It is definitely not gonna be a roll. Fingers crossed, please, fingers crossed. But these are apparently, based on the current bracket standings, these are the top two teams in Div 2 at the moment, at least. DLLM is currently first place on the leaderboards, followed by the other team, A%. I don't know how we want to call it.
How are we gonna call them?
Yeah, so
DLLM, A%.
A%, yeah. So I'm just gonna call them the A's, and they're facing off against DLLM. They are first and second place, of course. DLLM being first place currently on that leaderboard, and the A's are gonna be on the second place on that leaderboard. If you wanna take a look at those leaderboards for yourself, down below inside the Twitch panels, all you gotta do is scroll down a little bit. Just click on Div 2, scroll further down once you reach that challenge page, and we've got the entire table there for you. Yep, challenge. It's a bit French, so it's a challenge page. Just scroll down, and the leaderboard will be there. You'll be able to see a DLM followed by the Ace. They'll all be there. I actually don't know. I got a seat for myself. Because I don't know if DLLM have lost a round yet, which is why they're still up top.
Lost a round?
Or a map or something, I don't know, I gotta check it for myself as well. But they are currently in first place. Let me bring up the challenge brackets. Yeah, currently standing at 3 wins, all the way through week 1 to 3. 3 wins for a percent as well, apparently. So they've got 1 tie, but they've got 5 wins, I guess. 5 wins and 1 tie, while DLLM has 6 full wins. Point difference of just 1 point. So that's pretty close. That's pretty close between these two teams. We're just gonna go through the rosters really quickly to say who is on those teams. It, of course, for the side of DLLM, we've got Poe on Medic, Megu is the Demo Man, Pocket and Roma are gonna be Name Lock as well as iFun. Sir9 and Rui are gonna be the 2 scouts.
Hold on, that isn't actually Puri, that's Eevee
That's
calling himself
Eevee.
Puri.
Okay, yeah,
Yes.
alright, so yeah, Eevee is murking for Poe, for the side of the DLM players. So that is not Poe I'm being messed around with, despite using his name, that is of course Eevee. For the side of the Aces, there's gonna be Neva and Leraj as Scout, Pocket is gonna be DMN, followed by Ban as the Roma, Demoman is gonna be Cyclope, and Demera of course.
Let's just call him Sick.
Let's call him what?
Sick.
Sick. Yeah, let's call him Sick.
Yeah.
So Sick is the demo, and the medic, of course, is Demera. So those are the rosters for both sides. Are there any players that stand out to you?
Well, DLLM, everyone knows them. Really dominant team in Division 2 so far. All of them, by this point, could be considered very strong players in their own right. Like, iPhone, obviously very strong on his pocket role, despite being a medic main his entire existence. Namelock's pretty strong on Soldier as well. Megu, even though he can be inconsistent, that's more of a byproduct of the team. As a whole team, DLLM, even though they've been this consistent in terms of dominance, I do see a bit of inconsistency in them, simply because of the way iPhone calls. And as everyone knows, iPhone's a very volatile person, he has a very expressive personality, so depending on his mood, things could go like extremely dominant or go down south really quick.
So it's all riding on his mood tonight. Fingers crossed it's not the time of the month for him, so you know he doesn't get some mood swings and stuff. But yeah, of course,
And
we
Rui
definitely
and Sen are really good.
yeah. So
guess.
you know, yeah, hopefully we get to see some close matches between these two, basically the top teams in Div 2 at the moment. So those are the teams facing off against each other. Once everyone is readied up, we should be able to start momentarily. It just looks like Eevee and Megu are going to be AFK. Do you have any predictions?
Oh, actually, before that, let's just talk about 8% for the A's for a bit.
Yeah.
Even though at first glance the names might not be as sparkly or as well known, they're actually fairly decently experienced as well. Obviously, Leraj and Neva were both on Kachao fan club last season in Division 2. These players generally have been associated with each other since around AFC 10 and 11, and they've slowly started to improve. They've slowly worked and grinded their way up to Division 2 where they've got to a pretty high level. So obviously, Ladrach and Never, pretty common names. And I think the main focus would have to be on the explosive classes for now, based on current info. So Ben and DMnator are very well known for their DM, especially Ben, despite being Roma, has been said to sort of carry his team in a sense. Not sure how true not sure how true it is, but I guess we'll see. And Sick apparently has a very up and coming demo man. He replaced Eclipse on this roster.
Ooh.
Yeah. And Eclipse, even though she's been playing since AFC 10, he literally started the same time as me. They apparently replaced Eclipse with Sick, so...
Yeah, so we're just gonna have to see how Sick performs. I don't think we've covered a game for the Aces so far, so this is gonna be their debut performance coming out on the casts of the night. For those of you who are just joining us once again, a very good evening and welcome to the AsiaFortress Cup Season 13. Tonight is going to be the Div 2 matchup between DLLM as well as the Aces, or a percentage. We have decided to call them the Aces because that is just too much of a mouthful. And yeah, it's going to be their Week 4 matches in the Div 3 brackets. Sorry, the Div 2 brackets, my bad. I don't think that they shuffled their roster, apart from Sick, I guess, taking over Eclipse. Because it is the transfer week, and no one's changed for the side of DLLM. For the side of Aces, though, did they just bring in Sick?
No, they
Sick's been there all the while?
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah.
Eclipse told me the whole story since he's my schoolmate.
Oh, small world. But yeah, so...
literally the exact same time.
It looks like these two teams have not brought in any new names on their roster. They're just sticking with their, the tried and true roster they've been using since week 1. This is the exact same roster for the side of DLLM since the previous cast that we had for them. I think it was week 2 or 1, apart from EV, who is coming in as a Merc. So Poe's not playing tonight. It's going to be EV. Ping-wise, pretty much equal for everyone. iPhone getting 78, everyone else is pretty much sub 40, sub 50 for the side of the Aces as well, pretty much even 50s, 20s. Yeah, everyone's fine, everyone's happy. We're not going to see like Russian ping like we saw with the real Asians, so everyone's going to be good. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to see what they can do. Hopefully they're ready up soon. Megu and EV, of course, are still AFK at the moment. And keep tossing out your votes. It does look like 71% of the votes are going in favor of DLLM, with the Aces only getting 29. So hopefully we see some underdog stuff going on. So we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Please don't be a roll, please don't be a roll.
Please don't be a roll, yeah, please don't be a roll. Please don't have dumb backcaps and... I mean backcaps are fine if it's like really...
It's fun.
Yeah, if it's like cool and like really well deserved.
1v1 on last.
Oh yeah.
Backcaps.
Oh, that would be good. But it don't be like just sneak a spy behind and camp on last. That's just a no. No.
I mean, historically, even though week 2 regular matches might be a snooze fest, there have been some really exciting matches in the past. Coming to mind is AFC 11 week 2 TMG versus TCF. That was a really exciting match. There could be fireworks right here.
Yeah.
These are the two top ranked teams, so not sure what to expect, but hoping for some good quality TF2.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's their first time facing each other so far. I think it's safe to assume so. Yeah, it's just once again waiting on Megu as well as EV. Everyone else is already in and having fun with that pre-game DM. Sick gonna be jumping forward. Gonna see the medic there. iPhone's just having fun. So it's just pre-game DM. Everyone's just getting used to whatever. Of course, the map pools for tonight are going to be Sunshine as well as Process. So that's the 2 maps for tonight. No golden caps. It's just since we're still not in the proper playoff part of the season yet. So no golden caps. If it's a tie, it's a tie. And just want to see. I want to see who takes it. It's going to be close because just the Aces are just down by 1 point because of a tie. And technically, technically they haven't lost a map or a round because they've just won everything apart from that one tie, whereas DLLM, of course, they've won every single match that they played so far. So it's gonna be close. It's gonna be pretty close, I think.
Yeah. Interesting thing to note is the map, which might play a factor into this specific map. Because obviously Sunshine, it was actually not in the map pool last season, and it isn't very frequently played in scrims or parks for that map. So, not really sure if inexperience on this map in particular will show, but might be a factor.
Was it not played in... I thought it was played in the
No,
last
it
one.
wasn't. No.
Oh, was it swapped out with
Granary?
Granary? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
then it swapped back again.
Yeah. Well,
So it's Granary out this season.
Sunshine's a nice map. I like it. It's colorful. It's nice.
We should get rid of Badlands.
Get rid of the brown map. No, but Badlands is like it's the grandfather.
So-
It's the granddaddy of all Sixes maps. So that's never gonna leave. We're playing Pro Lands now, so technically Badlands is out, and we're running Pro. But yeah, just waiting on the same people to ready up. For those of you just joining on once again, like a broken record, welcome to the AsiaFortress Cup Season 13. It is going to be the Div 2 match for the Week 4. We've got DLLM facing off against the Aces, that is delayed last minute facing off against a percentage. And this is the Week 4 match, of course. We see people slowly readying up one by one, and hopefully we should be starting soon once Megu comes back into the server, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of quality players in this server. All of them either turn up or form like shit. So who knows? Let's see what happens in Division 2.
So it's with iFun on the team, we can expect some level of shenanigans to come out.
Yeah.
We may see some off-classing stuff. Off-classing's fine, but as long as they don't go just dumb plays in general, it should be okay. But I don't think they will, because this is a pretty high-stakes match. You know, these are the top 2 teams after all, currently. So this is going to be interesting to see how they play it through. Once again, just waiting on Megu, iFun, as well as Namelock. With Megu already readying up, iFun and Namelock should be joining up on that ready list momentarily. With Namelock right there, iFun's right there as well. And they're not AFK, so all you got to do is type the !R. And then we can start. Scheduled to start at 9:30, and we are approaching 10. It's not a big surprise. Yeah, we're used to stuff like this. But hopefully.
I was so hopeful actually when they were all in the server, all 12 players.
Yeah.
The timer read 9:32.
Yeah. Oh boy.
9:51 right now. AsiaFortress never starts on time.
So it's not just AsiaFortress, it's pretty much almost every match, I guess. Unless it's a LAN, where they gotta adhere to strict timetables. But online matches, we can't help it. You know, last minute people gotta go pee or poop or whatever nature calls. They can't help it, they gotta go. You gotta go when you gotta go. So just waiting on Namelock.
Alright.
Ooh, the countdown. Ayo, things are gonna get set up first, I think.
One last thing. Megu is the weakling and he's gonna feed it and he's not gonna break 200 DPM. Alright, accident.
Oh snap. Pre-game analysis going down, and we are gonna be going live! This is, of course,
He
DLLM.
Yeah. He did get that level of stats in Reckoner on week 2.
We're just gonna have to see how things play out. DLLM, of course, facing off against the Aces. So right now, we are gonna be on this mid fight. Mega gonna be reaching pretty much about the same time as the other demo man. Sick. Gonna start spamming those sticks on the point already. Pretty passive plays coming from both sides, but the Solis are gonna immediately start coming in. iFun jumping forward, getting the first one to be taken down on this mid fight exchange. They're still in this though. Namelock is gonna be jumping forward to see if he can get any picks on that medic, but he's so low! And it does look like that the DLLM players are gonna have to start walking out because they don't have Solis in there to start jumping about. The Aces do drop the Demo Man as well, and they are just pushing forward extremely aggressively.
They're just chasing!
Oh, man! Picking up the... Oh! There you go.
Big play.
Big play. iFun's going back in, though. He wants to get some picks. Soli's going to be right there. He's going to get picked up. He's going to grab that health pack. Midpoint still going to be captured in the midst of being captured by DLLM, with iFun just jumping straight forward into the 2 scouts who are currently on his team. My bad, I thought they were red. But yeah, so they are going to be able to grab this midpoint. And apparently they just push the Aces players all the way back.
Bit of a weird mid fight. iFun was super quick to die right there, and it looked like they were losing the mid. But maybe Aces sort of overextended. They somehow lost all of the players and the mid cap in the process. So maybe a bit of an overextension there, trying to get an early lead, but ends disappearing it.
Yep, so Ban actually did a good job of picking up that medic, but they do trade medics in the end, so this Mega just face first, taking all that damage, trying to toss out those sticks onto the other team players. So Nine gonna be running face first, trying to take down Ban, who's currently at 11 health, but he does turn his attention away to start standing on that point. Everyone is trying to focus him down. The Solly's gonna be really low! Finally gonna get fragged down. Aces are dropping quite a number of players, but they're still in this though. The two scouts are trying their very best to take down Namelock, but Neva is gonna be a little bit distracted, trying to make his way back onto the point. We're gonna see some Solly jumping forward once again. Ban trying to get those peaks down, but he's not going to land his rockets, and that's pretty much EV going to be able to back out, holding on to that uber charge, and both medics should be able to get that uber charge pretty safely.
Yeah, just a really scrappy fight on second, not much you can say right there. Just the team with the better coordination and DM at that low point in time now.
Yep, so the Aces players are just, I mean, the medics just in together with Neva, and that's really not a happy place to be. And they're just going to have to start backing out, holding on to that uber charge. Both teams holding on to that uber charge, ready to go. Adam with Snowtons, we got everyone pretty much for the side of DLLM, just crowding around both Choke as well as the Valley side. Namelock just standing in that corner, hiding for his team. And there's just going to be a little bit of a standoff right now to see if anyone goes for sneaky plays or sacks.
The classic Sunshine.
Classic Sunshine.
Stalemate.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually a lot of things that blue team can really do to sort of start the initiative. Obviously, a lot of interesting sacks you can do, pressuring from different entrances, for example, sacking your soldier through Valley or Choke. So a lot of things you could do, rotating players through the Chokes and the flanks, you know, try and take individual fights. A lot of things blue team could do, so I'm excited to see what they're trying to do.
So Ivan just peeked around the corner inside the Valley, tries to jump forward, but wasn't able to get that secondary wall jump. He's going to get bullied out into the cafe, and they're going to start walking back out, so everyone's just probably going to do another reset. Barn watching the Valley side, and the DLLM player is just going to hang back for now. We're going to see someone jumping in, though. That is pretty much Ifan jumping onto the fence, but he's just going to start backing out. Stickies were not dead, so he's going to be fine for now.
Red team's setup is kind of weird right now. Even though Ubers are even, they're actually playing a very passive position, as if they're sort of wanting to play into this stalemate. It's kind of making it a bit harder for blue team to initiate, but at the same time they're sort of giving up this large amount of space for blue team to sort of work with right here. I'm really interested to see what happens.
Oh, Namelock's in. Namelock's trying to get the force, but he's going to get denied. That is the Solly down for the side of DLLM. This is not going to spark anything, unfortunately, for the side of the Aces. They're just, you know, they're just happy hanging tight here. 4 minutes have gone by.
Counter-attacking.
Ooh, Ban is in, trying to see if he can get anything done. Under that point, 1 health, still joking about. The scouts finally punish him for overstaying his welcome, and he's going to be going down as well. And once again, nothing much getting done for both sides, and they're just going to reset and wait for something to happen, I guess.
Yeah, this is just a game of who screws up first.
IPhone's
iPhone
in.
going in.
Oh, he's
He
deep
manages to
in.
sneak in.
Oh, he's still there. He's not going to get bullied out anytime soon. He's going to be able to re-grab that medium health pack and go for another play, possibly come up from dungeon, which is where he is on right now. Medic is still at the lighthouse, so he does get spotted out. He's going to have to try to do something risky. The Medic, 7 health. He's going to get punished. Demera didn't even take much damage. He's going to be at full health once again. And they're going to be 1 Solly down, but once again, it's not going to spark anything because this is it's the first map. No one wants to make any dumb mistake. They don't want to give up that first point straight away. And they're just going to start hanging tight, but we just...
Counter-stack.
Yeah, Barnes going in, has his sights on the Medic, that's EV down below, has to reload, tries to toss out a rocket, 35 health, and once again he's going to be punished with the Medic already just flanking about through the cafe. iPhone's going to be going for a spy play, and he is running Dead Ringer.
Interesting thing to note, iPhone's running Dead Ringer and disguising himself as a friendly...
He's getting... What?
I think he's gonna disguise himself as a friendly class. Dead Ringer in front of them, they'll think that the player died and they might be incentivized to push.
Yeah, the
Which gives an opening for iPhone to sort of go in.
Yeah.
This actually might be the brainiest play.
The brainiest play.
He's disguised as a friendly soldier.
Yeah, he's just gonna stand on those sticks. Yeah, he's
Dead
gonna get
Ringer.
taken down. Dead Ringer coming around from behind that Medic. Let's hope he actually remembers to disguise. There you go, he's gonna be an enemy.
Let's see what iPhone can do.
Once again, go see if he can try to come out from underneath, going back through the lobby. Solly's gonna be right there.
Red players seem like they're sort of semi-aware. They're constantly turning their backs around, sort of like they know that he was on Dead Ringer.
Yeah, they're just really Oh boy.
And he
Oh
was
boy.
spotted.
Yeah, so he dead rings once again. He's still going to be fine inside that dungeon. So let's just take the camera off him for now. Nothing much going down for the side of iPhone as of yet though. As for all the other side of Aces, they're just hanging back. You know, they're just still trying to spam through that chunk, still trying to spam through that cafe. That's pretty much
Ooh,
iPhone getting
iPhone
taken
goes
down.
down.
Yeah, Neva does spot him out, takes him down. That is pretty much the spy play ending for iPhone. We got Bun coming in through the cafe, misses that pogo. Oh, misses that jump as well. He's gonna have to back out once again. Oh, big shame, big shame. Could have just pogoed it through so you get some aggro plays. iPhone is still on that sniper roll. No, he's swapping back out to Solly. So it's just gonna be
kind of a
really
shame by iPhone, apart from the spy play. Oh,
Bumps
before
in.
that, Ben going
Oh, the
for a
medic!
big play.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Oh, he
Good movement
shot.
by Evie, but she sort of eased that last rocket.
He shot the wrong wall. Oh boy, shame, shame. Evie's gonna be fine. 137 health. Regen's just gonna bring him back up. He's okay. He's happy.
It looks like they want to take this Uber trade, and the stickies, he doesn't dead. Oh,
Oh no no no. Oh, iPhone is in. Yeah, there's the Uber trade. Uber's pretty much equal for both sides. Medic has to flash to save his scout. iPhone's still focusing down
actually
that
goes
scout. Oh, Demo Man's getting focused down right now. The scouts are still in, and that is pretty much Scout Solly and Demo down for the side of the Aces, and just Demo and Solly for the side of DLLM.
well, I appreciate that they took the initiative and just went for a straight Uber trade. That was actually really lucky. Evie actually should have dropped right there because iPhone didn't check the sticks. It's just that Sig for some reason decided not to dead or he couldn't see, so really unfortunate for Ace.
So Namelock's running Spy this time around. They're just swapping those roles for both sides. Disguised as
Any
a
shenanigans?
Spy. Checking for the sniper. He does know that Neva's sniping right now, so Neva's still going to be on that sniper role for his side. Of course, he wants to get that drop on the
I
medic.
think he has dead rigger.
He's running. Does
he?
Dead Rare? No, I think he's running Clo.
Not sure. Can't tell.
Yeah. So
Let's
he's
see.
Going through secret right now. If it's a dead ringer, he'll be whipping it out. Neva does spot him, so he's
Ah, it's
friendly
cloak and
Solly.
dagger.
Yeah. Disguise as a friendly Solly. He's gonna change out his disguise right now. Start walking forward. CCTV footage right now. Trying to see if he can get any picks. He spots the medic. Gotta get into that usual spot outside that spawn. Decloak and probably go in for that backstab.
Honestly, one thing I like to see Nimlock do right now isn't actually to go for a play. Even if he does get a medic right here, I think it's very interesting that he has the intel that on the right side from defender's perspective. Yeah, see,
Yep,
really
the
good
iPhone's
play
in.
from Nimlock.
Oh, he whiffs! Oh, no. He doesn't get that backstab. Oh, big shame. Demara
I really
just...
like the play from Blue.
Yeah, so it's sort of like a distraction play, and then
Yeah.
the iPhone just hops straight in. DMN wants to try and push out, but he's going to be alone together with the scout. We got the Demo Man coming in from the other side as well. Tries to get the pipe down to
Blue
Center
team
9.
can stay right here. Ooh.
Yeah. Neva's still in though.
Overextension.
Neva's face first on that medic, gets that forward, but Demara pops his as well, and DMN's going to be shiny. They're going to start fighting on this point. Much better room for the side of Aces. That is a nice rocket down onto the Demo Man. DMN's going to start jumping back out. Scout's going to be on him. He may get picked up here. Yes, he does. Big shame because iPhone does come in to save the day. He's going to start facing off against the other Solly. Namelock has, Barn is just going to be jumping all the way back out with iPhone at 77.45. Health is just ticking down, kills himself instead. And that is going to leave Evie all alone to back out all the way to their lighthouse. And this is pretty much easy mid for the Aces.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate for DLLM. They actually did really well by getting a very early pick on the red team's demo, but unfortunately, it just seems like it's another tale again of overextension, being a bit too greedy once they get the initial advantage, and instead of sort of playing it slow, slowly trying to bully their way out with this numbers advantage, they sort of try and rush it and DM, which just gives an advantage and sort of a chance for the other team to stay in it, and that's exactly what happened.
Yep, so both teams, of course, are going to try to grind out that Uber charge. Demara already at 94. So this may spark a push from them with that 20% ad, but yeah, does it? No, it doesn't. They're just hanging back.
They could go.
No, that ad is gone. They're going to try to jump the medic and get the force. DM is in, and he's going to be shiny. This is going to spark that Uber trade once again, and they're just going to have to back out and avoid losing all their players. DMN does pick up iPhone though, so that's a nice pick. They can go back in on this. They've got 3 players up. That's the sniper and the medic who's currently still in. They should pick up Poe, and they do, and that is just Mego having to defend last all by his lonesome.
Yeah, just really unfortunate for blue team. They had a sniper, and actually red team was hesitating a lot, but they just couldn't convert the Uber trade for some reason.
Yeah, they're just going face first. iPhone's going to get focused down. Tosses a couple of rockets. Barn is just standing up top, and they just cap that point.
Yeah, really scrappy round. It went back and forth a lot, but ultimately Asus took that round just off of capitalizing of blue team's mistakes one after another.
This is going to be round 2. The first round taking pretty much 11 or so minutes before they
Really
actually got
exciting
one
game
round.
so far.
Yeah, really close stuff. No roll, which is always awesome. Sick is going to get pretty damaged. And Megu, of course, is going to start spamming those sticks out. So far, no main presence up on that midpoint. We're going to have Solis jumping up the bell tower right now. Scout going to be dancing about. Yeah, that is the first player down on this mid fight. Ban may get taken down. 69 health. Kappa, he's going to get those arrows. iPhone is going to have to back out with 26 health. Megu going to get focused down by those scouts, but the scouts are going to come in and save his life as well. Rui and Sir9 are just going to start walking back out. 2 Solis down though for the side of Aces, so they may actually consider pushing back in, which they do. So we are going to see iPhone jumping straight in, but he's going to go back into the valley to grab that health
recontesting.
Yeah, DMN spawning in, 6 still on the point. You're going to see some Soli jumping forward. That is iPhone, of course, going to get absolutely plucked out of the sky. Never going to get taken down as well. The Uber is going to get forced for the side of the Aces. They have to take down EV if they want to negate that Uber ad, but EV is all the way at Lighthouse together with Demo Man, and they're just going to be happy and fine, holding on to that charge, and they should be able to counter push out onto their Lighthouse because they're just backing out to last right now.
Really long series of events. Actually, Cassie really took a lot of damage early on in the mid, and this gave a lot of space for blue team. Unfortunately, Namelock dies really early, so the advantage is back in the red team. But then red team fed their own soldiers, and this gave blue team sort of the player advantage to force out that Uber. Unfortunately, EV didn't really have it at that point in time, so that's why they had to give up second. And now they're gonna try and initiate this Uber advantage.
Yep, so you're going to see the scout, of course, later is going to start grinding out that Uber charge. DLLM players, of course, they have to move fast. Does look like iPhone wants to go in for a bomb. He's just jumping forward. Spots the medic all the way in the corner, but they're just way out of there, so they can't really try to get any picks at all. Megu's going to try to see if he can spam some sticks, but there is pretty much Uber soon in the hands of the Aces, and they're ready to contest this. Yeah, they're just waiting right there. Dominator later is going to get cleaned up, but he's finally going to get flashed, and that is going to be a slightly better Uber for the side of DLLM, but they are still in this to fight. DM does get taken down. iPhone's already just pushing them back, and that is pretty much the Aces backing all the way out. The scouts trying to fight inside that cafe. Leras does pick up Rui, and he's just going to start running back. And the Soli is holding really close though. Barn just gets cleaned up because he's all the way forward. And should they really be picking this fight on mid though? All they have are the 2 scouts.
They really need to get out.
Yeah, and Neva is going to be his grab taxi or Uber for his medic to get back to this lighthouse. And Ubers are going to be equal.
Comfort is the best.
Comfort, yeah.
Nah, just a bit of really unfortunate for the Aces right there. They got the Uber on second just a bit too late. So before they could pop off the Uber, many of the players were already in the red. So unfortunately they dropped a few players, and then Ben and I think the judge decided to sort of feed for no reason. So that's sort of why they had to give it up.
Rui just going in face first, trying to just trying to tickle down Neva, but Neva's gonna be fine, picking him off instead. DMN still healthy as well.
That was a stack, and he's gonna come.
Possibly, yeah. So 9 seconds to find out what class he's going to go to. We're going to see Neva just running through the valley to see if he can get anything done, trying to tickle those Solis, but he's going to get picked up as well. Maybe a sack as well for their team. Rui's going to be coming back as a scout, so it doesn't look like it was a sack, just an attempted tickling session for the scouts. And we're going to see if Neva actually comes back as something else in 5 seconds. Right now, everyone's just hanging tight, holding on to their Uber charges, and just
sack.
Really passive. Solis in.
iPhone? No?
Backing out.
Okay.
Yeah, Neva's going to be swapping out to Sniper, so he's just going to start making his way to the front lines to see if he can get any picks, but it's going to be a bit hard, I think, because there aren't really any good sight lines.
Yeah, but I don't really think they're trying to go for picks. They're sort of just trying to deter blue players from sort of getting easy entrance.
iPhone's in. He should get punished. He should get punished, and he does, rightfully so. Getting arrowed, actually, by Demera. So good arrows getting tossed out. iPhone's going to get cleaned up. And Neva just trying to SMG down those stickies. Peeks around the corner, spots the scout, doesn't land the headshot yet. Tries to click on the heads, but doesn't land it as well. Instead has to strafe away, getting an arrow to get healed up. And once again, just another reset. Peeking around through Cafe to see if we get any picks. We're going to see iPhone on Sniper as well, so some counter Sniper action going on. And see who gets the first pick on that medic.
Neva actually getting quite deep into Cafe.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's gonna get. Yeah, he spots the other sniper, iPhone sniping, so he's gonna back out. Namelock watching the Valley side, and iPhone's going to be peeking aggressively through that cafe. Neva going to be coming around the corner right about now. Gets headshotted. There we go. That's the sniper down.
I don't think that was very wise from Neva. He didn't have a crit bust first of all, and secondly, their team doesn't have any reason to push. I think he should be playing even further back.
Yep. So iPhone's just getting buffed up once again. He's going to be fine. Peeking around the valley. Going to see Sir 9 right there, and Solly's going to jump into view. Doesn't get the headshot. Solly's going to be fine. So right now, once again, it's just going to be a little bit of a standoff with them just waiting on iPhone to actually get something.
Kind of disappointed actually that they got that one scout pick. They got the sniper pick, a scout pick essentially, and they didn't really try to do anything apart from let iPhone get more picks. I guess that it's the safe option, just wait till your sniper gets a more important pick like the demo or medic. But that's really unlikely on Sunshine, especially with all these bad sidelines, and as I say it, he snipes down the scout.
Yeah, Neva goes down as well. Namelock is just hiding inside cafe, waiting for someone to walk on through. I do believe the scout, of course, is going to try to see if he can bait someone in. That is Rui just running forward. Sunai rotating around as well to see if he can get someone in. But right now, it's just going to be a standoff. It does look like they're trying to gain some on ground. Megu walking forward. iPhone finally punished for just staying there. And it doesn't spark anything. That is essentially a Solly pick, and they still hang
Red team
back.
really needs to try something new. The onus is totally on them.
Yeah.
Red team just has all the incentive in the world to run down this clock time.
Yeah.
Just get to another mid-fire or just try to stalemate the entire game. They're one round up. They're in a really safe position. It's Sunshine second, where it's very easy to sort of kite any sort of Uber trade or trying to kite any stack. It's really easy because of the open sidelines and a lot of ground to maneuver with. So blue team better try something soon, or else they might be facing time troubles here.
Yeah, so definitely they don't want to go down with a 1-0. Neva's still on that sniper roll, as is iFun. Peeking on aggressively through the cafe. Trying to bait people through. That is Namelock just right there. He's going to pick him up. The Solly does spot him. Wow. And iPhone tries to finish off the other Solly, but he's going to be able to back out.
Meanwhile, Ben manages to get a pick on Sir 9, and iPhone gets picked at the same time. This could be disastrous. Yeah, they actually have one player ahead.
Yeah, this should spark a push. Aces are just inching slowly forward, hanging around that choke for way too long. And finally,
get through eventually.
Eventually, they're gonna start fighting on this midpoint right now. Uber, yeah, Uber's not gonna be traded. Rui gonna be shiny. Demoman's gonna be right there as well. He's gonna be jumping all the way forward. Barn gonna be shiny as well, jumping there. Cafe spots the Demoman, trying to finish off Megu, but Megu with those godly pipes is gonna pick him off. Waiting for that arrow from his medic. iPhone just standing on that bell tower, raining down rockets. Does spot the scout. Can he finish him off with that splash damage? 20 health. Tries to finish him off, but the scout has to come in to save him. And they do pick up a lot of players, but they are gonna be able to. They are gonna drop their medic, so that is tossing that Uber ad straight in the hands of Demera, and they're just gonna back out all the way, play really passively.
They probably could just defend second.
Yeah.
And all in all, regardless, despite what it may seem with Red Team just back on second, they did pick up Eevee in the whole exchange, so they actually do have this Uber advantage should they choose to use it.
iPhone's currently behind inside their last. He's going to come up from behind them. The scout does spot him out. Yeah, 26 health. Good shots coming out from that scout right there. Neva doing a good job of defending that sneaky back play. They're just going to start grinding out that overcharge, and once they have it, they pretty much got an easy midpoint push.
Namelock's actually hiding in Valley, trying to do the same shit he did.
Yeah, just hanging right there.
Red Team just going through Cafe actually.
Yep, pop the Uber, walk
isn't
straight
even doing
in.
anything.
Neva. Oh, tunnel vision down that Poe. He tries to whip out that Ubersaw, but he's not going to be able to land any hits against those shiny players. Neva's going to be able to pick him out. That is Eevee down. Yeah, no heals on the front lines.
iPhone Pyro.
iPhone Pyro. That is, the shenanigans are coming out. Neva's still in this, whipping out that pistol, picking up another kill. Links up with his medic. Megu's going to be right there, but the players for the side of the Aces are just pushing on strong and cleaning up the DLM players. The scout's coming in, but he's just cleaned off that map.
Really good plays coming out from the Aces.
Yeah, Lighthouse is theirs.
They just had a really good push in the mid. They got Rue early. Namelock was hiding in Valley, so he couldn't really do anything. And afterwards, they just tunneled right into second, and they managed to pick up Eevee and everyone else while defending the medic at the same time. Really good chance to make this a 2-0 victory.
Yep, iFun peeking out from that shutter to see if he can get anything done, but he's just gonna get bullied all the way out. The entire Aces players are right there already. Namelock once again just hiding in that corner, trying to get those sneaky picks, which he may very well get. Oh, Neva coming out with 9 health, and Namelock gonna go back for that resup. They are just gonna start pushing in through the right side flank, jumping straight down into that spawn, taking down that Demo Man. Ban gonna be hiding at the forward spawn. They're just cleaning up right now. Sir9 trying his very best, whipping out that shotgun. Too little, too late. That is another point.
Yeah, a bit of an overextension by Megu, but it's an Uber advantage push. Not much you can really do on last. I can understand and sympathize with that. But this has created a very weird situation for DLLM. Despite the dominance they've shown in Div 2, they are facing a 2-0 deficit with 8 minutes left on the clock. Not a lot of time, actually.
Yeah, this could be the very first map that it gets snatched away from them, and here we are on another mid fight. Ace is going to start spamming those sticks. He's going to have a Solly up top on the bell tower as well. That is, of course, Namelock, seeing if he can do anything, and the iFun strats are out. We've got a heavy to mid. And he's just walking face first,
but
standing on that point.
already went down.
Oh, Eevee's down, that's right. No more heals. iFun trying to focus down that medic. Scout's just running face first into the heavy weapons guy. That is questionable. And they are just apparently dropping all their players, including that medic. Only person up on this midpoint is going to be Sick. He has to solo defend this point. Whips out that melee to melee down that demo. Yeah, but he's going to get a bottle to the face instead. Midpoint to DLLM.
Not gonna lie, I'm not sure what happened, but at the end of the day, Blue team manages to get the mid. Both sides medics went down. Really interesting to see if any of them have crits.
The heavy strats though, the heavy strats.
No crits.
Yep, no crits coming up from both medics. We are going to be running a sniper though once again for the side of the Aces. They're just going to be content holding on to this lighthouse. Navo, of course, going to see if he can get those headshots. Spots the demo, doesn't get the click in time. Yeah, just jumping face first, trying to see if he can get any picks. He's going to have to back out. Nice arrow coming in from EV, jumping back in once again. Spots that Solly, tries to land the air rocket, but he doesn't quite get that shot. And DLM players just going face first and just with sheer aggression pushing out the Aces.
I think that was pretty smart from DLLM. They saw that they had a sniper, and without waiting for Ubers, they just decided to walk through. The red team just wasn't really prepared for this raw aggression coming out from DLLM, so they just managed to snap that one.
Yep, everyone's on the other side, so they're going to have to walk across. We got a level 1 sentry on that right there, but it's going to be a very short work of. Pop the Ruby charge, and huge kites coming up from Demera, eventually going to pop it. Barn at 6 health, the laws of gravity not in his favor.
He manages to survive?
So many good flashes coming out, saving a lot of his teammates, but they are still players that they have to worry about. That is going to be iFun inside that dungeon area. Neva has to go get those meaty shots. iFun may get focused down once again. Neva 39 health. Yeah, left click to victory, and that is him down. Last point defense successful. They should be able to grab this lighthouse. And yeah, it's not looking out for the side of DLLM though, 2 points down.
Just really unlucky. That I have to say, a bit of bad coordination there. As you saw, Ben was literally on 6 health and they couldn't finish up the kill. If they actually had even one more kill, they might have been able to swing the battle in their favor, but...
Oh, they just walk in. Megu was just preoccupied. Solly jumping in, trying to see if he can get the pick on the medic though. He's waiting. Oh, the arrow. Yeah, taking out Namelog. iFun's still in this though, eventually going to start backing out through their lighthouse. Gets a little bumpy ride through the cafe, but they're just going to start backing out midpoint. Going to go into the hands of Aces, and very dominant performance coming up from the Aces so far, with potentially
pretty dire situation.
Up. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty bad situation that DLM is stuck in. They're stuck on their second, and there's only 5 minutes left.
Then Rogers in, picks up Megu, picks up Rui, picks up iFun. They're out for more blood. Oh, they need to focus EV down. He's gonna get the Uber charge. All he has is Sir 9, and I don't know. They shouldn't. Oh no, Demera! Demera is gonna get caught out.
Ooh, a bit of an overextension there. Trying to go into last for some reason.
Yeah. Or EV. EV gets forced. The Devil Man's just right there. He doesn't heal his scout. Okay, so Nine's gonna get destroyed. And EV's gonna be all alone. Devilman's gonna be right there. Scout coming back out. Okay, he's safe for now. That was a pretty scary moment.
Weird turn of events, but regardless, I still think Red Team is in a prime position to map. Yeah. It's basically even Ubers right now. They have to rely on a series of really good dry pushes in order to sort of win this map, or this round at least. So let's see.
Yeah, the Aces are hanging pretty far back. You know, they can afford to play passively. They're 2 points up. 4 minutes and 22 seconds, counting down for the DLM players to get 2 points in a row. That's gonna be tight. Not impossible, but tight. But this is of course Sunshine, where you know it's really difficult to push out from these second points. Like we've been seeing them getting caught up all the time at the lighthouse. So we're just gonna have to see if they can just aggro through.
4 minutes left on the clock, and this is do or die time. They need to win this round in particular. They need to win it right now.
Yeah, Scout's just jumping in, getting that force onto EV, and that is a much better Uber for the side of Demera. DMN just jumping forward. That is another solely focused down. Namelock's down. DMN just tries to jump, but he's going to get bumped up, and this is pretty much a lot of cleanup going on! Oh, the rocket from DMN taking out iPhone all the way from choke. The medic survives, and this is really...
and Megu even goes down. This is a... Wow, really good cleanup from red team. Just capitalizing on the very fact that blue team is forced to sort of Uber into them and have a much worse Uber. Just drop players simply because of that reason, and they just won.
Nimlock's gonna get caught out in Valley. iPhone really shouldn't be going out right now. Scout Sir 9 just gonna be walking forward. WM1 though, he does back out through the shutter. He does survive.
Bit of a desperation plays right now.
Yeah, can feel the
desperation. It is definitely
right?
possible for them to somehow tie this up, but
yeah, a minute
I'm not
and a
gonna
half.
count them out of it yet.
Yeah, they're really gonna need to do it like a minute and a half push from their last to last. It's gonna be a coast to
But they
coast
have
push.
to push right now.
Oh, they have
Red
to.
team actually has this Uber advantage, and actually they might... Are they trying to stalemate for last? There was a window of opportunity actually for them to push while red team didn't have their Uber, and I think that was the only way they might have been able to tie this match up, but now that they're turtling for last, I don't think there's any hope.
Uber's in, the scout gonna see if he can focus down that sentry gun, but it's gonna be level 2. He already have iPhone on that pyro roll, and they do pick up 2 players though. The 2 scouts are trying to focus down the medic. EV's gonna get caught out. He's right there, but he does strafe to safety. Pyro gonna get pistoled down by Neva, who's coming around to pick up Sir 9 as well. That is 3-0, and we are entering trash time. The first map is definitely going to the Aces.
Against all odds, against all well, what common sense dictates.
Yeah.
The Aces have just completely not trashed, not rolled, but they've shown us quite a dominant performance on this map, Sunshine. Yeah.
Ooh, Aces,
my God.
Huge performance coming out.
Ben taking out Megu.
Immediately with that melee on this mid fight, everyone's just gonna see if they can do anything. Of course, what the Aces want to do is grab another point. Of course, what the DLM players want to do is get a point on the scoreboard, but they are gonna lose EV, they are gonna lose their 2 scouts, they are gonna lose Namelock and the Demoman, and that is just iPhone at the front lines. Backing out through the cafe. Demera does get cleaned up as well, but iPhone's the only one at the midpoint, and he's still trying to contest this. Demoman spots him. Good pipe comes out. Sick. Sends iPhone to the ground, and midpoint is going to be the Aces.
Man, just really hard to say because this entire map has been a series of really scrappy fights, and red team has just shown they're better in them. And I can go more in depth later, but damn, what a shame that they couldn't really complete any sort of comeback.
So even with heavy to mid shenanigans, they still couldn't grab that. I mean, technically they did grab the mid, but they just got pushed all the way back. They do pretty much clean up the players for the side of the Aces. All they have are DM as well as Demera. Demera still alive, holding on to that 22%. Has to back out together with DM. And of course, we got Barn linking up as well. 45 seconds for them to push to last. It's going to be really tight with Namelock right there. Grabs the health pack, stays alive. We're going to see some pyro action coming in. Just walking face first.
Just trash time.
Just getting those damage numbers up. Neva's gonna get caught on fire.
Yeah.
And iPhone's just gonna get bullied out. Ruby's picking up. Sir 9 picks up the medic though, but he's gonna get punished for staying right there. And 22 seconds. This is pretty much it. I believe the score is going to be 3-0.
Wow. And so for the first time in AFC Div 2 so far,
Yeah.
not only do they not win the map, they didn't get a single round.
Yeah. They got just punished on Sunshine, and their streak is essentially gone. The DLM are no longer
Undefeated.
No longer undefeated. They no longer have a perfect match.
TCF style.
There you go, just going down 3-0. Ooh.
It wasn't a roll, thank God.
Yeah, it wasn't a row. It's pretty close coming from both sides. It's just that the Aces, they came out on top. And we've got the logs up on screen right now. Top damager is going to be Barn at 7.9 thousand damage. Sick at 6.8. Letraj as a scout hanging up top at 6.1. Rui as another scout as well. Of course, with the slight off classes 5.9. Quite close with another 5.9 coming in from iPhone as well. Look at all those off classes. Solid sniper, pyro, spy, and heavy.
Obviously, these damage numbers aren't as important because of the large amount of stalemate that actually happened.
Yeah.
But it was still a relatively interesting map. really good things to point out.
Yeah,
from both
Demera only has 5 deaths. Well played on that medic. EV coming in at 10 deaths. So, yeah, the medics are looking at the medic stats. Healing, a little bit more healing pumped up for Demera. He was alive more often, of course. No drops coming from both sides, so that's, of course, very nice, very nice. So, yeah, good plays coming up from both sides. It wasn't a roll, by no means wasn't a roll, but 3-0 in favor of Aces. And, yeah, effectively ending the winning streak of DLLM.
I hate to say this since they're all my good friends, but I didn't really feel that much impact coming out from sort of the heavy hitters of DLLM. So when you think of them, you just think of obviously first one iPhone. I didn't really feel its impact. Then just looking at the stats and looking at his and Namelock stats paints a very telling picture of sort of why they didn't have as much impact in this fight, right?
Yeah.
And I think it was mainly the explosive classes of DLLM. They just couldn't make that much impact on this map for whatever reason. Yeah, and this entire map, it boiled down to scrappy team fights. I can't pin the blame on any one player on any team, because the thing about these scrappy team fights, constant scrappy team fights, is that they're very context specific. It's very small reasons why one team won or another team didn't. It comes down to individual, minute decision making, but it just seems like they 8% just had more of those really intelligent plays. They sort of played together. I really felt a lot of impact, amazingly, from Never and Draj sort of working together. And overall, they just had better trades and better Ubers overall. So I think that's why they really convincingly won that map.
Yeah, so good plays coming out in general for the Aces. And for those of you who are just joining us once again, very good evening. Welcome to the AsiaFortress Cup Season 13. It is the Div 2 matchups for Week 4, of course. We are having delayed last-minute DLLM facing off against a percentage. We're just calling them Aces for now. And yeah, they take the first map 3-0. Right now, we've got those votes coming in so far. It's pretty much in favor of Aces.
How many people lost their kachows?
How many people? Yeah, 71% in favor of DLLM and 29% only in favor of
Someone's going home lucky tonight, and that person is not me. Shit.
Yeah, everyone's betting on the Aces right now based on that performance. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see how things play out. Waiting for the players to flood in, of course.
Actually, I didn't bet that map. I forgot. I'm gonna put my money where I'm gonna put my my mouth where my money. Wait, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is.
Yeah, got it.
Even despite that performance, I'm still gonna go with my pals on DLLM. I'll just say it's the map. It's they were actually stuck on that second to mid stalemate for a long time. They couldn't really crack it. Maybe it tilted them. I don't know. But I'm just gonna bet. How do I bet? Shit.
Just exclamation mark bet followed by the team name, and
Alright.
that is how you toss in your votes to see who gets it. Right now, of course, we are still standing at 100% in favor of the Aces. Just keep those coming in.
That's you.
And yeah, we're just gonna have to see how things play out. We've got most of the players in right now into the server. We can just hop straight in.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, this isn't the highlight of Asian TF2 by any means. There's a lot of very tiny mistakes, and that's actually fine at Division 2 level. I think the most important thing a team has to show at this level is how they adapt, because it's inevitable that everyone on your team's gonna make some sort of dumb, weird mistake. Like, these things just happen. You just need the time and experience to sort of get used to it, right? It's which team can adapt and which team can sort of capitalize on the other team's mistakes. So it's not like it's not like DLLM necessarily performed that much worse. It's just that in these individual situations, 8% showed the ability to adapt and to sort of capitalize on those mistakes a lot more. So that's why they won.
Yep, so far for DLLM at least, we've been seeing iFun and Namelock, you know, they've been rotating to see who jumps in to get the force pick or whatever. iFun jumps in, comes back out, and just off-classes. So that's his playstyle, I guess, you know, that's his playstyle.
I bet 500 kachows on DLLM.
500 kachows on DLLM. Yeah.
I gotta go with my...
Yeah, you gotta go with your friends. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see how they play it through. Just waiting for them to just get stuff sorted out. We've got multiple people playing the same class, just having fun jumping about. Get some pre-game DM, pre-game, you know, just relax those nerves for a bit, have a nice toilet break, whatnot, before we start the second round. Right now we've got a 50-50 split between DLLM as well as the Aces. Ooh, that's interesting, that's interesting. So really gonna have to see who comes out on top for this. Yeah, so just gonna have to wait and see who comes out on top for CP Process. Based on your knowledge, who do you think will perform better on Process, based on like what they've been doing on the previous map, jumping and whatnot?
Honestly, based on empirical evidence, I would just say DLLM, simply because it's Process, and I have to attribute the sort of the beefing from DLLM just based on the map. Looking at these stats, Megu got 173 DPM. Nimlot got 123. So Megu couldn't break 200 DPM. What a surprise, everyone.
Oh boy. We are gonna be going live for the second map of the night. The second and final map of the night, of course, is gonna be CP Process. This is DLM facing off against the Aces. Right now, current vote standings are 67% in favor of the Aces and DLLM at 33. And mid-fight gonna be underway as we speak. Megu coming up through Su is gonna start spamming Sick. Is gonna do the exact same thing. Megu running the Quickie Bomb launcher though, so that is something that's gonna be interesting. iPhone just jumping straight down onto the medic. Doesn't get that air shot. He just surfs away. Oh, but Rui does come in. Yeah, comes in to clean up. So that is no heals for the side of the Aces. And we see Lera just trying to pistol down at Demo Man. The other Demo has to come in to assist him. And they are still in this to win this.
Eevee.
Oh! Yeah, just gonna get focused down. And the cleanup coming out from the Aces, just dominating this mid.
My Kachows! No, honestly, I have to attribute that to sort of the beef by both soldiers. Even though they got the medic, they just traded 2 soldiers, 2 impact soldiers for like 1 medic. And in the end, blue team were just so committed on right side, they actually went past the pack. They just were stuck in no man's land. They couldn't really do anything without the 2 soldiers, and they just got wiped.
Yeah, so the Aces are just capping that point and hanging back at Chuck, slowly walking forward. I think they can actually technically hold Spire, which they will as they're moving forward. We're going to see iPhone running that direct hit, so this is going to be interesting to see if he can get those shots.
Maybe what I said in pre-game about iPhone being a very volatile figure, having...
Oh dear me.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is going to be a repeat of last. When someone ran direct hit, we all know what happened there.
Yep, so now he's going to be running that sniper rifle. See if he can get those headshots down. We don't see anyone peeking through that shutter yet. Door 1, no action going on. Both medics will have the Uber charge ready to go, but of course they're not going to push face first to get that Uber trade. Stickies are going to be in play on the shutter as well as the roll-up wall. And they're just going to be hanging back for now.
They're actually giving so much space. Never actually has sneaked all the way in. Has no one seen him? Oh, he finally gets spotted, but... I think it's amazing that he even got that far to begin with.
Going all the way through.
There's just no pressure on lobby for some reason.
It looks like
Really
DLM want to
setup.
push out. They're just clumping up at door 1.
Oh. It's actually so weird.
Oh, sticks on the floor. Ooh.
Oh.
Right click almost takes down iPhone. But yeah, just too much spam right now. They can't do anything about that.
It's so weird. Both teams have actually very passive setups. So blue team was actually playing super far back and red team's playing super far back.
Yeah.
So I'm actually, never sniping.
Yep. 2 snipers trying to get those headshots each. The scout going there. Oh, let Raj. He's going to get picked up, and this might spark a random push. iPhone looks like he wants to walk out. Just opening the door for the sniper, I guess. Sticks are being laid down, but apart from that, nothing much getting done. Headshot down, straight onto Sir 9. Yeah, that's the scout gone.
Kind of weird, actually.
Yeah.
Blue team, they knew that the medic behind them might have been a perfect opportunity for Sex, since they're being in a very passive position, and they knew exactly where the medic was.
Yep,
At the same time, kind of disappointed in never sniping, hoping to see some sort of ban bomb actually.
Yeah, DMN's gonna be able to pick up iPhone.
Goes down.
Oh, this is gonna spark a push. There you go. Devilman just walking face first. Sniper's gonna be right there, but he's gonna be fine. Someone's already inside. Secret Sick.
Oh, Eevee drops everyone.
Oh no. He's standing on the point. He's gonna lose his Devilman. Oh boy.
Really good headshot I never, but wow.
Ooh.
That was just a series of beef after beef. Ivan actually sort of over-aggresses there with his direct hits, trying to take sort of a 1v1 in lobby, but he gets overwhelmed. And then somehow, blue team were just backed up into the corner. They were supposed to have a really superior Uber, but somehow Eevee drops 2 of his players. Ooh, ban.
Going way deep, taking down that demo man. They're not
Megu.
gonna get bullied straight out. 20 health, tries to rocket jump away
Oh
with
my
scatter
god.
shots. Yeah, picking him up. This is pretty much DLLM just getting bullied all the way out. Rui's running sniper though. He's just gonna get scatter shotted down.
What
And,
is going on right now?
Yeah, this could be, like you said, this
Get
is
my cows.
potentially that tilt that's going on for the side of DLLM. Their first loss of the season, and they're just taking it really hard. They're just dropping everyone. Megu's the only one up alive. Nameblock spawning in right now. Poe is just healing Megu. They got no Uber building going on, and this is potentially a 25% Uber at last point push.
This is just so weird coming out from DLLM. There's so many experienced players on their roster. They should know better than to send a demo and the soldier super deep early. Well, not
Yeah.
deep, but really aggressive early. Even though they have a sniper to mid, and when you have a sniper to mid, you're really relying on him to get that one pick or to get sort of an area denial presence thing. But to go and die right before your sniper even arrives in mid, yeah, not much to say.
Yep, Neighbor's gonna get taken down, so does iFun, so that is solid down for the side of DLLM. He's not gonna spark anything as of yet though. Lit is gonna go in and see if he can get anything done. Picking on through, does spot the sniper. Ooh, body shot goes down. He's still gonna be fine though.
And again, this is actually sort of the same thing as Sunshine, right? The team, they have no the onus is not on them to push. They have this
Yeah.
one round ad. They are full of confidence. They can try whatever shenanigans they want, especially since they have them on their last. They can try so many things, and blue team really needs to sort of get rolling, get that momentum into the game, sort of get their confidence up. Maybe if they win one round, they'll suddenly be back in the swing of things.
Yep, so everyone's clumping up on the right side though, so now I'm gonna see if he can get any snipes through either Shutter or anywhere else. Namelock's the only one watching the left side flank, but doesn't really matter when you have the entire Aces team just holding on that Spire as well. So it's just gonna be a bit of a standoff once again. You know, they're 1 point up. They really don't need to do anything. You know, of course they want to get a bigger lead. Namelock's gonna be down below to see if he can get anything done. Just tosses out a couple of rockets, but he's gonna be fine. Demo pipes are not going to be able to land on his face.
Oh,
DM gonna get
DM
taken
goes
down.
down,
Oh,
and
Solly's gonna be
Uber coming
jumping.
out.
Yeah.
And never goes down. Oh.
Ooh. They do pick up 2 players, but apart from that, the medic is still in though, still holding on to the Uber charge, and they're just going to be jumping all the way back. They do pop the Uber charge onto Litraj, and they're just walking face first. I don't think they're going to be able to pick up the medic.
Down.
Oh, Namelock is going to get cleaned up here, possibly. There you go, he's going to get
Yeah.
cleaned up. Ooh, almost going to get
They're
picked up.
trying?
They're still trying. They're trying to get this pick on the scout. The scout is way in. Rui. He's not going to be able to get the pick on the medic, but he does pick up that demo man. And this is DLLM just desperately trying to gain any ground at all. Megu may get caught out, but the shutter just closes just in time. The rocket doesn't pick him up, but the scout just walks in. Oh, Neighbor's still there as well. The medic is trying to heal everyone up to push them forward, gain some more ground. They don't have Uber charge, and they're just going for a dry push. This is a pretty bad idea. DMN gonna be at 31 health, has to back out.
No.
Yeah, they dropped their scouts, and why are they still trying to go in on this though? They're trying to get any dry pushing going on? EV? Not even in any form of danger whatsoever. The Demo Man's gonna be right there and getting picked off. Scout's gonna be jumping about. Demo DMN jumping in, trying to get anything done, but he's just gonna get bullied out once again. Megu just toss out the stickies on the point, and you just lost pretty much all your players.
Wow, really scrappy fights, and the action still hasn't stopped now with blue team pushing out of their last. Oh.
Rui right beside Dimera, but Dimera survives with the help of Litraj. And they do lose Spire, but they've got their Uber charge. 10% Uber
Oh, they're actually pushing IT. They caught Nimble completely off guard. He still manages to get Neveru, but they don't really have the Uber yet. He's at 100.
Oh, they got a bomb Poe. Oh, yeah, Eevee does get it just in time, and they should pretty much be doing clean up right now. Litraj's gonna get picked up, and Dimera's all alone, walking all the way back to last. Put on his big boy pants and trying to stay alive.
Really weird to comment on this entire series of events. Both teams actually sort of over-aggressing at different points in time. One team over-aggresses, loses too much initiative. And the other team gets too greedy and they lose their initiative, and it keeps going back and forth till one team sort of prevails. So I can't credit either team, but I guess they won out in the end.
Yeah, once again, iPhone's going on that off-class strats again. As a Pyro, he's just going to be watching right there. He's going to get bullied out by those scatter shots. You can't reflect bullets after all. Never going to get taken down. We're going to see DM jumping forward from that forward spawn. Spots the Pyro, spots the medic, trying to jump on through, but the reflect is just too strong. Namelock going to be taken down with that Solly Bomb coming in. Ban just picking up player after player. And he's going to be fine jumping forward to see if he can pick up iPhone. The reflex come out a little bit too early. Megu's going to be right there. He may get focused down by the Solly.
Oh no. Eevee's gonna get caught out.
Oh no, Eevee, why are you still in with that Ubersaw? Trying to go for the medic, but he's gonna feed that plus 25! And Demera has that Uber charge. This is gonna be easy Spire push.
Eevee was actually on 78%. If he just got one shot, he might have got the Uber, but it just was not to be.
The desperate plays, the desperate plays. Namelock's gonna be right there, gets the drop!
Ooh, big play coming out from Namelock after sort of an underperformance from him. Really makes it up with that one drop.
Ooh, yeah, so plus 25, no big deal. Namelock says, give me that plus 2. Sernai's gonna be able to pick up that Raj. And they're just gonna hold on to this fire. The Scout's gonna be jumping about Neva, trying to see if he can go scout to scout. Toe to toe.
Oh, really big bomb from DM Nathan. It actually takes down Eevee. Wow. What happened?
Okay.
Really scrappy fight, so Namelock got the drop, and instantly DM Nathan comes up with a huge bomb onto Eevee. Then iPhone goes down to sick. What's going on?
Namelock,
this is.
Yeah, Namelock spots the medic. Like he gets spotted.
Everyone.
Yeah, he's gonna get pushed back out once again. Megu laying out those sticky traps on that, on the way up to Spire. Tosses out even more sticky traps to see if he can get any sneaky stuff done. DM just standing on the point, grinding out their recharge. We got huge ad for the side of the Aces, and they should pretty much be able to push
once
in.
Again.
Yeah, DLLM
Namelock doing the hiding threat.
Yeah, Namelock being sneaky.
Yeah.
Just trying to see if you can get any picks, but they're just gonna be jumping straight in. Sick. It's just face first at door 1. Namelock is still right there though. Together with the scout, they're gonna start jumping in face first. They do get spotted out. The medic is gonna be right there, but they're gonna have to back out to the last.
They somehow escape.
Yeah, so they used that Uber charge to push in, and everyone just backed out. So that means Eevee's gonna have that full Uber charge ready to go. Namelock just reuniting back together with his team.
That's completely fine. Interesting. I fought at rollout on heavy without any heals.
Just trying to tank all of that.
He's standing next to sticks. All right.
Okay.
Somehow they don't manage to get the force on Eevee, so if they really want to, if they're fast enough, blue team can actually try and roll this advantage into mid, because they're still only at 80%. If they actually go right now, they might be able to catch Demera out.
Yep, so that is Namelock trying to see if he can jump on through. We've got iPhone once again still on that heavy weapons guy to mid. They are still going to be that 1 point down. Namelock jumping up on the crest if he can get anything done, but he's just going to fall short. Scout's going to be running forward trying to see if he can take down that Solly, but he jumps away. Ruby's going to be taken down. Sir9 running forward. The Uber is going to get popped for the side of DLLM, and Uber is going to get popped for the side of the Aces, and they have a much better Uber. Sick. Going to start spamming out those pipes. iPhone going to be right there. Has to get focused down by the Scout. Lerod trying his very best. Oh, iPhone's still right there though. Still yet to be taken out. Finally punished for standing still and just holding that left click. And EV does somehow make it out, and he's going to link up together with the team. They're going to start grinding out. Ubers should pretty much be equal once they both start grinding it. We don't really see Demera grinding it right now, so Ubers are going to be equal. There we go. And
yeah, things so far. DLLM has shown that they're consistently worse in terms of coordination, in terms of focusing frags in these Uber trades, right? In both Sunshine and Prosef, they've actually, I can't remember if they've convincingly won any of these Uber trades. What happens is that blue team always loses one player early, or they have the much worse Uber they use a lot earlier, or they take too much damage before the Uber's popped, or they straight up get dropped. So many things going on that it just shows that they're not on the same page that 8% is, right? I've already said this. Both teams are making a lot of weird mistakes on an individual level, but on the team level, it's which team can really adapt. That's who's gonna win this match.
Pan goes in, tries to get something done. He's gonna get body shotted straight away by Rui. Doesn't like iPhone, just wants to walk straight out. Stickies doesn't dead in time though. He's just opening the door for his sniper, but his sniper is nowhere near him. And yeah, they're just gonna have to back out. They drop Ban, and apart from that, nothing else is gonna get done. So now I'm trying to see if he can get any pistol work done, but to no effect. And it's probably going to be another reset unless iPhone decides to go for a risky play. Ruby's just going face first on that rollout, rotating back to that Shadow.
I wanted to say this earlier, but we are actually in the exact same situation we were in like 5 minutes ago.
Yes.
Damn it. And I think that blue team actually have a lot more options than they should. they actually have, right? They know for a fact that red team likes to have these really passive positions.
Yep.
And they know that their medic consistently plays behind the rock, behind these things, because of fear of sniper sidelines. So there's actually a lot of options for blue team. It means that if red team players aggress into lobby, or if they're just aggressive in general, they could maybe pick them off because they don't have heals.
Yeah.
Or they could send a soldier bomb because they know exactly where the medic is. A lot of things they could do, or they could even just try the classic spy play.
Yeah.
But I don't know, they're just trying to rely on Rui or Sernine to get some magical headshot pick.
Yeah.
And it's obvious that it's not gonna happen, right?
So it's like, you know,
Yeah.
they're all just holding these passive spots. Of course, they're going to be avoiding those sidelines. It constantly looks like iPhone wants to jump out, but yet he doesn't. He goes back in, and then it goes back out. Stickies are right beside his face, and it's just, you know, they're currently at the disad. They're just on 1 point down, and they're
Yeah.
not doing anything. It's the same as Sunshine, where they weren't really doing much to contest anything at all, and even when they
Well,
do, they just
were,
get
it
punished.
Yeah, it just wasn't working. It just wasn't very creative, and they were easily being countered by a person.
Yeah, so Namelock trying to get sneaky plays once again, has to back out. Neighbor's aggressively peeking, but he's going to get bullied out once again with the Solly jumping into him. Namelock trying to see if he can get the pick, but Neighbor's going to be fine. And it's just going to be another reset. Everyone's just going to get buffed up and just wait for the clock. 15 minutes left on the server timer. No one yet to Uber yet. I'm surprised we're not seeing any spy plays.
Close headshot
Yeah,
by
so
Neighbor onto
this
Neighbor.
might spark something. He's peeking around the corner, lands a shot down to the Devil Man, doesn't get the kill. Solly's gonna be right there. iPhone peeking around the corner, not gonna be able to spam him out. Poey just EV.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh, really
This should
good
spark
plays.
something from the Aces, man. They're just gonna start walking in right now. Solly's gonna start to be shiny. Barnes gonna be the shiny Solly of choice. They have to force that medic and then do something about it. They pop that Uber really early. And
Sernine actually manages to pick up Neva, and it's actually a really scrappy fight. Red team actually has a superior Uber, and this is gonna be really crazy right now.
But it's really messy though for the side of the Aces. DM tries to get anything done, but he's gonna get punished. Barnes gonna be right there, wants to see if he can get the pick down to the medic. He does pick up the scout face damage. The medic's gonna be spotted right there. He's gonna go for the aggro bomb. Solly is not enough health. Eats a direct.
iPhone.
He's standing on the point, getting the catch time. The medic has to do something, but doesn't really matter. EV.
That was just a really scrappy, really exciting fight. Blue team EV, I guess, pops because of fear of dropping to the sniper. It just becomes a really scrappy fight. It comes down to ulti duo, medic and soldier versus medic and soldier. iPhone somehow goes down to DM Nathan. Wait, Ben. So big plays coming out from Ben once again, looking to be sort of a playmaker for his team so far.
Yeah, so another point on the scoreboard, 2 points up for the side of the Aces, and here we are on another mid-fight. iPhone gonna be jumping the crates to see some gain some ground. The scouts gonna be down below, tossing out their shots as well. Namelock, first one to go down, followed by Bun, not too far behind, going hand-to-hand, and Solly Heaven. EV gonna be really low, 62 health. Has to stay in though to keep his teammates healthy, to keep them fighting on this point, and they're just gonna start getting bullied out with the red players just jumping aggressively forward. DM gonna be right there, grabbing that health pack. He's gonna start jumping anytime soon, jumps up, gains the high ground, and this is pretty much midpoint in the hands of the Aces.
Wow. If blue team wants to start getting any rounds, they need to start the mid fights. They haven't won a single mid
they're
of process.
just going in. Sick is gonna get taken down though. The medic is gonna be way out. DM is still in. The scouts are up top, and this is Spire straight into the hands of the Aces pretty quickly. Holy crap!
And where are we? Oh yeah, we're here again.
Yeah. Oh,
Still mates.
deja vu. Same place.
I've been in this place before.
Yeah. Oh man, doesn't look like iPhone wants to walk out with that Ubi charge. He's gonna get forced! The scout just walks in! Namelock wasn't even watching. iPhone jumping forward, see if he can get the
Neva
force.
gets out.
Oh, Poey. EV's gonna get taken down right now. The
Oh
Uber.
my god, what is going on right now?
No.
They're just feeding.
DLLM are just dropping all their players. Sick is going to be on the point, but he's going to get focused down by those two scouts. They're going to start playing on that point. Solly's going to jump in. DM on that point with his DM. Demo jumps in. Doesn't really matter anymore. 3-0.
Oh my Kachows.
Kachows.
12 minutes left.
DLLM are crumbling.
Every
What's
round.
going on? I don't understand.
They're just not on the same page, right? Somehow, the scout sneaked in and forced the Uber, and instead of retreating, the combo of Eevee and iPhone decides to go in and get killed. And this just sparked the last push that was inevitable. And they lost.
Yeah, oh my goodness, but mid fight gonna be on the way once again. We're gonna see iPhone jumping forward. You're gonna see another Solly trying to bomb straight down DM.
Oh,
he's gonna pick up
no.
so many people. There's so many players going down for the side of DLLM. They don't have heals at the front lines. iPhone's all the way back out. Nemo's gonna be jumping forward to see if he can get the pick down to the medical. But the scout juking and jumping about. Let Raj is out for more blood. Ruby's gonna be going face first, trying to pistol down that medic, but the medic is gonna be fine. Demera still juking about, keeping his scout alive. Let Raj is still in this. He's out for more blood. iPhone's gonna be jumping forward to see if he can get the pick on the medic, which he does not.
Wow. Really good coordination from 8% on these mid fights, right? And even though Ben got really... Ben did a really huge bomb into the sky that just basically distracted all of blue team, and they were just trying to focus him down in the air. They didn't really stop them from 8% from pushing across point and getting EV down, so really well played to them.
How was Lit Raj alive for so long? It was just him and Demera, and Demera didn't even die. Demera didn't even get picked up, and there was so many people getting constantly tossed into him. Never's gonna get picked up. Neymar goes down as well. They just pop the Uber charge and walk straight in. DM just jumping aggressively forward. Once again, they're gonna have that medic. Sorry, the heavy weapons guy. Rui is gonna be the heavy weapons guy this time. Medic is gonna be right there. They don't have Uber charge anymore. The pyro is still in. They have to stay alive. Poe EV has to stay alive, but everyone's just right there. Scout's trying his very best. The medic is still with it. Staying on this point, he's gonna get taken down. And they are just losing it right now.
This is just a crumble, I have to say. This is just a complete team mess right now, blue team. If they need... This is like DLLM versus GO6, but the tables have turned. They are the ones who maybe are gonna get 5-0 against all odds, coming in as the favorites into this match.
I really don't know what's going on. But yeah, another mid-fight's gonna be on the way. iPhone gonna be jumping up, has his sights down to the Solly, but he's not letting his rockets. He's gonna get denied by those shots coming out. Ruby's gonna get destroyed as well. Two players down for the side of DLLM, make that 4 players down. Sir 9
Evie's gonna get
down
caught
as well.
Wait, what? Sick didn't dead. Wait, what? Sick didn't dead. Evie might just survive this.
Oh, the jukes!
Oh,
the jukes! Oh!
No.
Oh, DM has to come in and finish the job, showing Sick how it's
Really good
done.
effort.
Yeah, standing
Good
on that
effort
last
from
point
EV,
already, has the scout immediately
That's it.
destroyed. Demo's right there, Sick just gonna focus down
Oh,
Sir
wait.
9. Pop the Uber, walk straight in, face first. You guys get gotta take down everything else. Solly's gonna be jumping
This
out
isn't
forward as
decided
well.
yet.
And yeah, the spawners are gonna be coming in slowly though. The demo's still right there. Sticks are still in play on that point. 20
Make you
health.
an EV versus the world.
Yeah, no,
And
they
that's
got it.
They got 5-0 and they lost me my Kachows. Come on, guys.
5-0 for a
Man, that
team
was-
that was undefeated.
And
What?
looked virtually unstoppable actually throughout both scrims and
What?
matches.
I
Really strong showing, but at the same time, what happened?
really don't understand why
Yeah.
they performed the way they did.
This is a shit, man.
This is shit, man.
And it
Wow.
wasn't like this was a particularly close map. That was a very, very dominant showing.
Oh,
He won
yeah.
every mid fight. Most of the, even the scrappy fights, see 8% seem to win them out in the end. Man. Though I have to say, even though DLLM, they sort of underperformed, huge props actually to the players on 8%.
Oh yeah.
Even though I didn't say it out loud, if you look at it just on paper, all of the players on DLLM sort of are considered better or have better DM or are more experienced or basically more favored if you were to match them up individually, but together as a unit, they really impressed me today.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not just on a team level too, on an individual level, all of them I say showed up. So
Yeah.
obviously Ladraj and Never with some huge sniper plays, Ladraj and Never both having some really good scout picks and scout Ubers. Obviously, for example, getting that force on EV and getting out Ladraj.
Okay.
Ben and DM Nathan with huge bombs.
Yeah.
Sick actually made some questionable plays where I had some pretty good pipes and
Yeah.
here and there. And honestly, Kasi was the one who surprised me most of all. So
2
with some
deaths.
really good,
2 deaths.
really good performance. 5 deaths on Sunshine, 2 maps on Process, and he had some pretty sick movement and arrows. Not to say that Eevee's bad, but Eevee's actually insane. He had some
Yeah.
insane dukes, but man, really strong showing from every player on 8%.
I'm massively impressed from.
Also get it, guys. 8% means ass. Ha.
Oh, but yeah, we've got the logs up on screen right now. Top damage is going to be Barn at 6.1,000, 6 is going to be at 5,000, not too far behind, followed by Sir9 at 4.8 and Neva at 4.7. Top fragger is going to be Barn with 20 kills. Neva at 16,
Wow.
Let Raj at 16. Sir9 at 14, DM at 13, and it goes down from there. Sick 12, Namelock 10, Rui 8, Megu 7, iFun 6. So I'm like, what I'm thinking right now, are the off classes worth it?
I'm not even sure if it's off classes because they weren't really losing their fights based off the fact that they were using off classes, right? I just think that there's something wrong inherently with the way they're approaching fights and the way they're approaching the game as a team. You saw they were just messing up just these really simple pushes. They were doing these really basic mistakes that shouldn't be happening at a Division 2 level, and I just think they crumbled. There's no way else to put it. If on a better day where all of DLLM's players were all maybe at top standard or maybe just higher than today's standard, I'd say I'd still put it to them to win. I still think they're the better team and I still have them to sort of be in the grand finals at the very least, right? But I don't know, they just weren't on their game today. Maybe it was the map of Sunshine that they all got tilted on. Megu, iFun, and I have to say, basically almost everyone on the team just didn't have a super strong showing.
Yeah.
They did alright for the most part, but it wasn't anything that we've come to expect out of a top Division 2 team, similar to, I guess, TCF in the past, or basically TCF. We were sort of expecting that there would be a similar reign of dominance, and the tables have turned.
Yeah, so from undefeated to losing 2 games in a row with
and not getting a single round.
Not even a single round, not even a single point on that scoreboard. And 3-0, 5-0. Is it that time of the month though? Is it that time of the month? I don't know. The mood swings might be right there in full swing, but I don't know. It was pretty obvious that they were just not performing on process. They were just like, based on the logs alone, they never got a single midpoint. Never won a single midpoint.
They just never got it rolling, man.
Wow. And then just, the Aces just push all the way to last. They can stalemate as long as they want. It doesn't really matter. They just push to last and grab it, and just 5-0, and they just take that. Based on this match for this week, they are taking the lead as the top team in Div 2 because they're going to get more points. And DLLM don't get any points.
Yeah, it's a very legit win for them because it wasn't like they were rolling them. Because it wasn't like I-55 Grand Finals where they were just getting bombed out every second. DLLM was still making plays. They still had really good DM. They were making some strong individual showings. And similarly, 8% was also making these dumb plays, but they just showed the capacity and ability to adapt and capitalize on the other team's mistakes to a far better degree on a team level. So props to them, honestly, for such a dominant showing across 2 maps, Sunshine and Process.
Yeah, mad props to the Aces players. Congratulations for taking both maps of the night, CP Sunshine as well as CP Process. Enjoy those points. You guys deserve it. And enjoy that seat at the top of the leaderboards for this week at least. Next week we're just going to have to see how things play out. Who knows? Something might happen. But yeah, that's it for tonight. DLLM against the Aces. And Aces taking both maps. So moving on to shoutouts before we close off. Killed.
Shout out to my team because they want me to scream right now after I've been casting for like an hour and a half. Alright. So yeah, just shoutouts to my team. Shoutouts to Alex
Nice.
casting with me, and yeah.
Yep.
God damn, I could chance!
God damn the Kachas! Yes. Shout out to everyone hanging out inside Twitch chat. Shout out to anyone who, if this is your first time watching the AFCs, welcome to our humble little AsiaFortress scene. This is the Div 2 brackets, of course. So this is what you witnessed was DLLM facing off against the Aces for the Week 4 matches. There's going to be more matches coming in the weeks to come before the playoffs as well as the grand finals. Yada yada yada. You know the drill. So right now we're still in the placement, sort of like the placement stuff before we go into playoffs. And Aces going to take both maps for the night. thank you all for hanging out. Shout out to all those people inside Twitch chat. Shout out to my mods for tossing out those logs when you guys needed to. Congratulations to Aces once again, and congratulations to all those people who won those kachows betting on the underdog. Damn it! Yeah, so that's it for tonight. Good night, everyone, and I guess I'll see you guys next week for the new cast. Ooh.